We're back with our guest, Wendee Cole, here on the Industry RSVP In-Depth. So how did you start to segue into coaching kids from being a stand-up performer?
God, I never wanted to be a teacher.
Really?
Okay, no. I wanted to be a star. Star! And it didn't happen. So, they say those that can't teach, but I really, my late ex-husband was very, very ill, and I got into getting involved with my daughter's plays at school.
Oh, okay.
And I started doing these little readers theater things with her, and I started teaching the kids, and it kept her happy and busy so she didn't have to worry about my sick husband, her dad. Mm-hmm. And in the meantime, I got to be involved with her school, and I got to keep an eye on her. There's like a theme there, it's good to be involved with your child in their school.
Absolutely.
And then all the parents were coming up to me and saying, "You're good at this. Why don't you teach kids?" I went, okay. So I went from the warm-ups into teaching kids,
Okay.
and I started a workshop, Wendee's workshop, and I started doing everything that I knew to do. Musical theater, teaching them improvisation, singing, dancing, acting, and we put on shows I wrote.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And so it was a natural segue. So from there, take us to where you are today in the entertainment industry.
Well, I was giving away free information.
And you said there's a business here.
I'm doing these shows, and the parents were saying, "What do I do with my kid now?" And I'm like, "Well, you call this agent, this friend of mine I used to know, I know this producer because I used to do warm-ups," and it all kind of, I would connect everybody. I'm like a yenta. And I just said, call this person, call that person, and I was teaching them for free, and coaching them, going on auditions. I went, you know what this is? This is managing.
It is managing, full-time.
It was managing. So I said, I should make money at this, because, people in theater don't usually make money, and they're not used to making money.
Exactly.
So I was like getting into that rut, and I went, I could do this as a career.
And it's obvious you love it.
I love it. I love the kids. A lot of managers don't like working with kids because they have to work with the parents.
Right.
I'm used to dealing with people in the audience from everywhere, from senior citizens to rappers to every ethnic area. I know how to deal with because I did it for 15 years.
Right.
So I know how to deal with the parents. So it works because I love the kids from my, teaching the kids my workshop. The parents, everyone has their own baggage, has their own stories. I get to know them. So I not only manage the kids, I help manage the parents, really their lives and
help them in this industry, this segue.
Yeah.
So that takes us to Wendee Cole Management, and as I understand it, you specialize in children.
Yes.
2 years old to 17, is that correct?
Well, everybody lies about their age. I have a 2-year-old that says he's 4, I don't know. I started out with like 10-year-olds,
okay.
And then everyone started bringing their little brothers and sisters in. So now the youngest I have now is 3.5.
Oh.
This darling little blonde, blue-eyed, young Dakota Fanning girl.
Oh.
Peyton Singer, she's amazing. And then I have this little girl, Samantha Kane, who just turned 4, and she just booked 2 commercials, and she's like a little Shirley Temple. That's the youngest I have. Then I go all the way up to like 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. And I have this, I shouldn't say this, I have a 26-year-old who plays 18.
There's a market there. I mean, if she plays...
But he could play as she too. Anything. I'll sell him as anything. And he's a young Hugh Grant. His name is Mark Enticknap, and he's here from England.
Lovely.
But he does a great American accent, so he could be American or English. And he plays all, young or, mid-20s. So that's as old as I go. I really just go to 18, but
okay. And is there a reason why you like to cap it at?
I guess because I really specialize with kids. And once they're older than 18, they're driving, they're making their own decisions. Okay. Then I'm dealing with them and not the parents. Okay. And for some reason I like to keep, for now, I'm not saying I won't expand, Melissa. There's always room for change, obviously. In all these years of my talents, I've expanded. But for now, that's what I like to be known as. I mean, once in a while I see a breakdown from my friend's father who's in his 80s. I'll call her up and go, hey, get your dad in on this.
There you go, naturally evolving.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Well, thank you for watching at home. We've had a lovely conversation today with Wendee Cole of Wendee Cole Management. And we'd like to thank you for watching Industry RSVP In-Depth. I'm your host, Melissa Tan. We'll see you next time on the Virtual Channel Network.